Let me ask you a simple question. Do you remember high school? Do you remember your senior year? It was probably the most memorable 4 years. Senior year. Probably a dream come true for most. And unfortunately for others, it's not a dream come true. It's their worst nightmare. And that's exactly what happened on February 18th, 2018 at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. Emma Gonzalez and many other students had to live through the terror and remember the terror of a school shooting. And unfortunately, that is a reality. We have to practice what it's like to be in a school shooting. We have to follow protocol for what it's like to be in a school shooting. But that doesn't have to be the reality. And that's exactly what Emma Gonzalez wants to fight for. And that's the speech she gave on March 24th, just a month later. She built up the courage to stand on that stage, look at the crowd, and give what was, to me, the most compelling speech I've ever heard. She's fighting for us. She wants to fight for us before it's someone else's job. And she will stop at nothing until action is taken. But she also wants to remind everyone the toll and damage it can take on people. For future students, for current students. I have a 3-year-old brother, just went to preschool. I'm terrified that he may not come home one day because of a school shooting. That's probably one of my biggest fears for him. But I shouldn't have to worry about that. For current students, they have to live with that PTSD. They have to live with the anxiety of remembering every day what it's like to enter that school and be terrified that another school shooting can happen. And the crowd at the March for Our Lives simply speaks for itself. For 4 minutes and 26 seconds, Emma Gonzalez stood there in silence. And as the camera panned over to other people, you could see the emotion on their face and how much it affected them. Whether they knew students personally or not, it affects every single one of us. And action needs to be taken. In 2016-2017, the FBI was notified of Nicholas Cruz, the school shooter. Notified of Nicholas Cruz, did nothing. 2017, a tip line for Nicholas Cruz. That's twice the FBI was notified that Nicholas Cruz could possibly open fire on his previous school. A YouTube video even surfaced of him threatening to shoot Stoneman Douglas. FBI did nothing. And that's why Emma Gonzalez is fighting for stricter gun laws. She's not fighting to take the guns away. She's fighting for stricter gun laws because she knows that we have the right to bear arms, but she also knows that students should have to worry whether or not they're going to be shot at school. And she wants to fight for our lives before it's somebody else's job. It needs to end here, not end in the future. It needs to end here. Trump and the NRA did absolutely nothing. You know who did do something? The stores who sold guns. Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, Bass Pro Shop, they all did something. But Trump and the NRA did nothing. In fact, since March 18th, 2018, there have been 31 incidents of school shootings in the U.S. alone, from K through 12. And unfortunately, it's become a cultural norm. And in conclusion, Emma Gonzalez, she is fighting and giving hope to those who don't have it. For 6 minutes and 20 seconds, for the first part of her speech, she spoke about the issues facing gun laws, students, school shootings. As for the first 2 minutes, and then the previous 4 minutes and 26 seconds, she stood there in silence, and then proceeded to read the names of all the students who have been shot, dead, or injured in the school shooting. Personally, it's a fight that I can get behind. I support her, and that's why she's my hero.